Nothing says summer quite like fresh produce does, and one local farmer is asking the community to help them get a kickstart on their produce for the summer by becoming a member. Last week, I got the chance to speak to Luke Rumpca-Sweeney from the Golden Bog to tell me more about it. So, how long have you been working on this bog?
Yeah, so we moved out here 3 years ago, and last year was our first like farming season. So it took us a couple years to kind of get things in order, and last season we started our market garden and started selling at the Lincoln Park Farmers Market on the west side of Duluth. Um,
It's my favorite farmer's market.
yeah, it was a really fun one. I'm happy to go back and be there again all this season. We're from Duluth, my husband and I, and we lived on Hillside for a while. So we were trying to get land for years, and we figured we'd end up in the bog anyways because we like the habitat, and that's where we can find cheaper agricultural land that we
Yeah.
might be able to start slow on and build from there.
So, can you just tell me a little bit about this new membership program that you guys are starting?
Yeah, yes. We're starting a new membership program this season. This is for kind of getting all of the funds that we need to grow the produce for our community. And it's going to cover, a set amount of things, for starting plants, getting the plots ready, planting and harvesting. So we're looking for farm members to join this year. And we didn't go for the full CSA sort of thing where you get a box of food every week. We went for like a more flexible, affordable model for people. So you basically you buy into the farm membership and you get a little bit more back in the bog bucks or the money that you get to spend with us at the markets throughout the season. Um, so similar to a CSA, but a little less commitment, and you get to choose the level of engagement that you want to see with the farm. Where you're going to meet up with us, at what markets we're at. You get to choose what produce you want to buy versus us giving you a box of like one of everything. So there's a little more flexibility in the way you eat. And if you're only looking to get a smaller amount of food, or if you're a regular and visit the market every week and want to get a full box every week, we have higher membership level for that. And I'm hoping to develop that further. This is our first season doing it. I was looking at how a few other farms run it. So I'm hoping we can just get some feedback from some of the new members and people that have been supporting us through our last year, and figure out what might make sense for people engaging with the farm a little more, and growing our agro-tourism in this area.
For those who might not know what a CSA is and what a typical CSA is, can
Mm-hmm.
you explain that?
Yeah. CSA is community supported agriculture. So you pay the farmer upfront at the beginning of the season for all of the vegetables and produce that you're going to get, and typically every week you get a box of produce from the farm, and it goes for a set number of weeks, and you get the box, and that's what is available. And if the farm does really well, you might get there might be more produce in your box. If the farm isn't doing really well, there might be certain crops left out of there, if certain things don't do well. So it's a way for farmers to get ahead on the season, where it's really important to have that funding at the beginning of the season, and put that investment into the farm. And then all that reward comes out throughout the summer and at the end of the season, and the members benefit from that. We were part of a CSA, a couple different CSA for years while we were in Duluth, and I really like the model. I just thought maybe we would offer something that people could afford, that isn't $300 to $600 for the whole season's worth of vegetables. We went with the farm membership route, so that is different than a CSA. So it's a little more flexible and affordable, and allows you to still participate in the same way, but um, get a different experience out of it. I think it's going to be a more flexible model, and just allow people who have tried CSAs and it didn't work out, to still have that option to engage with a local small farm.
And you might have already explained this, you probably have, but just for myself, is it something that you pay monthly?
No, so the membership is a one-time fee. Yeah. Um, it would be something that you could like reload if you use up all your market bucks at the beginning of the season. You're like, I still want to continue this. You can still reload on that, but we're really looking for that initial investment like before June 1st. When we turn around and start selling some of the stuff that's growing.
And I saw that on the Facebook post that you guys made, you were talking about how this membership can help directly support the bog. Um,
Hmm.
so, can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Yeah. The membership itself, most of it, the funding would go to growing the produce. But I have a background in conservation and native plants, and we do a lot of native planting. We're trying to maintain the habitat that's in our bog, at least on our property, as well as the greater area. We're in the Saxon Bog, which is a big birding area, and there's a lot of farms out here still, a lot of family farms that have been here for generations, and the membership would support the farm in the way that um, it's supporting kind of everything that we do. I don't have it worked out whereas like a certain membership or something would directly go to a restoration project. Although we are doing that. We are planting native plants, um, and trees, and kind of restoring some of the habitat that has been disturbed around our property, um, and also kind of supporting other restoration works that are out there by the uh, DNR or Friends of the Saxon Bog, and other groups that do that.